Hello, everybody. It occurred to me a couple of days ago that I haven't done a record video in ages, and so I thought I've got a fairly interesting subject for one. I thought you might like to look at. So I've got two different copies of A Hard Day's Night, the yellow and black label stereo varieties, and I can't decide which one to keep for myself and which one to let go. Obviously, I buy loads of records all the time, more just for the sake of having a look at them and listening to them than anything else. But I don't always keep them all. So I thought I'd show them to you. I think they're possibly of similar value, and let you decide. I also got a pretty rare Stones one the other day that I thought you'd also like to have a little look at. So let me just set the camera up and I will show them to you. So let's have a look at the most recent edition first. This is a stereo first pressing of A Hard Day's Night, to the best of my knowledge. So as you can see, the sleeve is in pretty nice condition. It might be slightly discoloured, but definitely no particular complaints about it. So here we go. You're not going to believe what I got this for. So we got Matrix YEX 126-1, I think, on side A. So you're not going to believe it, but I got this for, I think, 30 quid a few weeks back. And as you can see, it's YEX 127-1, I think, on side B. As you can see, it's in really, really nice shape. And getting that for 30 quid was an absolute bargain. They're generally like triple figures on eBay. So that's the first press. And so my conundrum is whether to keep that one and sell this one, or the other way round. This is also a stereo press. And the sleeve is in similar condition. It's pretty nice. So I think this is maybe the first reissue from, I don't know, 1968 or something. And there is side A. It doesn't really look a whole lot different, does it? I think it's probably the same matrix number. It doesn't look a whole lot different, except, I don't know, I think the font is slightly thicker on the first one than it is on the second one. Oh, and that stereo caption there is a bit different. But really, to the untrained eye, they don't look all that different at all. So there is side A. Again, it's in nice condition. I've had this for quite a few years. And there is side B. I think there's a little bit of a mark on it somewhere. But now that I've said that, it's not prominent enough for me to be able to spot at this point in time. So I actually think that this one is slightly rarer than the first press. And so it's kind of counterintuitive. You'd have thought if you're going to keep one of them, you're going to keep the first press, but I'm not all that sure. I think its rarity might actually make this one slightly more valuable. They're both in similar condition, and I just can't really decide which one to keep and which one to move on. So I would appreciate it if you want to pop a comment in the comments box. And just before I finish off for today, I sort of wished the other day that I'd shown you an unboxing of this. This is Let It Bleed, of course. The sleeve is a bit weird on this. It sort of looks misshapen. But what's happened here is that the laminate is kind of shrank. I've never seen this before. And it's kind of course, taken then the sleeve with it. You can see a little bit of a bubble there. So it's not actually damaged as such, but it has meant that the spine has just sort of bent round there. Do you see that? Anyway, that caught my eye originally because it's quite unusual. I think it says Gallo, does it? Gallo guaranteed. I thought, oh, that's a bit different. So I did a little bit digging, and I believe it's a South African copy. So there's a couple of unusual things about this. Firstly, with the burgundy labels with stones, we generally think that that is going to be a mono copy, but this is actually stereo. And another little thing here is that there's a little bit of a mispress there. It says love in vain, but vain is spelled, it's the incorrect spelling of vain there. So I do think that this one is quite rare as well. It's in nice condition. And it hasn't sold on Discogs since 2020. So I thought you might just like to see that. Again, I don't really know if I'm going to keep that or not. But I thought, knowing my subscribers, you might like to have a little look. And as you can see there, look, there it says stereo. But yeah, to the untrained eye, that looks like a mono record. Or to the trained eye. Either way, it's again slightly counterintuitive there. There you go. Sorry for waffling on a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed looking at those three records. And which A Hard Day's Night should I keep? Should it be the first press, or should it be the repress, which I think is perhaps slightly rarer? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, everyone. Bye.